You know what there is an expiration date on though? Cottage cheese. Isn't it the evil paradox of life that in order not to look like cottage cheese, that's all you can eat? Tofu. How many of you have expired cottage cheese or tofu in your refrigerator right now? Oh yeah, the rest of y'all are just saying you don't. And how come it is that Ben & Jerry's never expires? That is right. We eat that without any problem at all. I'm having some when I get home tonight. But you know, cottage cheese, that stuff, but I'll tell you, it does have a use. If you let it sit in your refrigerator for about 6 months, it becomes a loofah. It does. It gets all dried out. It's past the rest. You don't have to keep it 6 months. It's a loofah. And then you can do your thighs directly. Because that's what we're trying to eat cottage cheese for, so we don't look like cottage cheese does. And then if you keep it for a year or more, it becomes a pumice. And you can do your heels and your toes. So it does have a use. I don't know if any of y'all are like me, but I'll tell you what, I have probably in my life, I've always had a weight problem, up, down, all around. Always had a weight problem. And I probably lost 753 pounds in my life. And sometimes I will overindulge on the weekend. Let's just say every weekend. I overindulge, and then on Monday morning, I'm going to Weight Watchers in Larkspur. Oh yeah, I'm going to Weight Watchers. I could sit in that damn meeting and lead that damn meeting. I could do those points in my head in my sleep. I have been to so many of those Weight Watchers meetings, and I go and I weigh in, and I get the little booklet, and I'm all fired up, and I have to go to Safeway on the way. And I can't trust myself. The car has to go straight to Safeway, or else I might go to Dairy Queen. And I get all that no fat, no sugar, no salt, no this, no that, no the other, and I take it all home. And I eat that way for about a week. I eat all that stuff, and I count up those points, and I go back a week later, and I've lost like a pound and a half. And then, but I think, well, it might not get any better than this. So maybe I should just go for this. So then I go on a shopping trip. So I will go down to Victoria's Secret. One time, well, here's how it happened. I'd been dieting for an entire week, and I was lightheaded. And so this voice came into my head, that stuff looks so cute in the catalog. That stuff really looks good. You know, they got the lace, and they got the, you know, it's really cute looking. And I think this time it's going to work. Does this sound like insanity to you? This time it's going to work. So I go down to Victoria's Secret, and when I walk in the door, I'm always afraid the alarms are going to start going off. Whoa, woman who shouldn't be here. Whoa! And I go in there, and I get a bunch of taddies, you know, and I take them in the dressing room and put them on the thing, and I look at them. They're still cute on the hanger. They're still cute. And I try to get ones with a lot of interest up here, so to make this look smaller. I would literally have to have wings that those girls wear to make this look small. And so I get one, and I start putting it on, you know, and I put it on there. Have you ever noticed that some of this lingerie, I guess for the younger girls, they have extra cutouts? Oh, yeah. Extra cutouts, I don't know, but I am so afraid that I'm going to put the wrong limb in the wrong spot, and I'm going to get twisted up like a pretzel, and they're going to close that store for about 3 days. So I get some on, but you know how it really looks best on me? I am a size 2. Size 2, size 2. And if I put one on this leg and one on that leg, it looks really good on me. But that hasn't come into style yet. So I try to piece a bunch of them together so they'll fit around me. Just once in my life, I want to go in there, just once. I want to go in there, and I want to look in that mirror, and I want to see Fredericks of Hollywood. So far, all I've seen is the Animal Planet. Man versus beast. What is that woman trying to do? And then, you know how they have those 3 snaps underneath there? Yeah. Well, we didn't design that. A man designed that, right? Just like the man who called me this afternoon and said, my wife and I want to come to the show. George, it's a woman's show. It's a girls' night out. Please. You cannot come. So, a man designed those things with those 3 snaps. And nobody has ever gotten all 3 snapped and then the right way at the same time. None of us have. It's impossible. And because of my girth, because of my girth, it's very difficult. Because you're kind of like, and then it kind of goes, whoop-ah! It can be a self-defensive device, you know, whoop-ah! And then, well, I'll go over this way. And I'm so afraid the clerk is going to come in there one day and she's going to say, you go blind from doing that, young lady. So I'll tell you what I think we ought to do, is we just ought to take those things, when we have a gentleman caller coming over, we ought to just go buy lingerie in the size we wish we were, and hang it around the bedroom. Men are visual. And he would come in, you could have on anything, underneath the sheets, and you just point and say, visualize. That's me, honey, I'm a size 2. Oh my gosh, and I have one other sex tip for you. Anybody want to hear a sex tip?
Yes.
Okay. Don't get on top after 40. You don't want to do that. His eyesight. We don't know who's up there. Is that you, Heather Locklear? Yeah, it's me. Keep going. You know, I have to laugh about this stuff. I have to laugh about it, and laughter is healing. Comedy is tragedy plus time. If I could laugh about these things and about what society says and what my own head says to me about how I am and how I'm defective, then the laughter takes that away. And I can have a good time with it. And I'm so glad y'all are here tonight to laugh with me. And it reminds me of a story that Annie Lamont, a friend of mine, was going shopping with her very best friend, Pammy. Pammy had cancer at the time, and she was severely ill. And they were going to buy Annie a pair of jeans. And they were in the store, and Annie put on the jeans, and she went to Pammy. Does my butt look big in these jeans? And Pammy looked at her and said, Annie, we don't have time for this crap. And it really got it to where it should be. Really got it till we just need to love ourselves just exactly the way we are.